All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the channel. All right, now here's another video that was sent to me by my good friend Silvio. Silvio, thank you for the video. Silvio sent me an update on Aurora Transparency. Now, that's the female frauditor that was arrested in that last video that I uploaded that had Queen Bipolar in it, okay? Regan Benson. Now, mind you, a lot of people were up in the air why she got arrested, okay? I myself couldn't figure out why she was arrested. All I know is that Regan Benson were paying attention to what Regan was spewing out, and she happened to turn her phone over towards Aurora, and the next thing I know, the cops are tossing her up against the wall and arrested her ass. Now, mind you, also, if you guys take into consideration when Regan Benson was at the police vehicle trying to find out how Aurora was doing, because as Regan Benson stated, Aurora Transparency is medically fragile. Can you believe that shit? Okay, she is okay to hold cameras. She's okay to roam around the streets, aiming her camera at people and doing all kind of shit. But the minute she gets arrested, oh, now she is medically fragile. She has MS, Parkinson's, and you name it, she's got it. She needs to go to the hospital, not jail. She needs to go to the hospital. Now, this picture here is her last arrest when her daughter was getting arrested, and with her big mouth, she ended up getting herself arrested as well. And if you got to see that video, then she was throwing it at the officers that she needed her medication, all kind of shit, that they ended up taking her to the hospital instead of jail, right? And listen, this was immediately, okay? The minute the police, they handcuffed her to the bed or whatsoever, and the police, you know, until the doctor was giving them the okay that she was okay. She was in there for like a good day or two, a couple of days or whatever, but immediately she did a live stream. Oh my God, she was so cheerful and up spirits, and oh, you know, come on, think about it. She played the system. All she has to do is tell the police that she has medical issues, and instead of going to the booking where she's going to sit in a cell with a bunch of other people, okay, she's learned how to play the system and ended up going to the hospital. Look at that smile on her face. You tell me, does she look medically fragile to you? Or does she look like she knows how to play the system? Anyway, Silvio sent me this update on Aurora. You will be surprised at why she got arrested. I couldn't figure it out until I seen the update. Let's jump into the video and it'll better explain everything.
Alright, so yeah, this is not a good deal. So that last live stream, I went live after about 5 to 10 minutes of interaction with these stupid Denver cops in District 6 at 8th and Broadway. We're coming down Broadway, and this cop just decides to stop in this lane of traffic. No lights, nothing. Don't know what's going on. I get out of the car to ask him if he's going to move or what he's doing. He gets out of the car, starts getting in my face, telling me I better get back in that car or you're going to be arrested, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, there's fucking 8, 10 cars here. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look at all that.
All right, so let's take into consideration what just came out of Regan's mouth here. Apparently, she was driving behind the cop car. The cop stopped in front of the bank or whatsoever. Now, who knows? Somebody might have called up on that individual sleeping inside that little area there where the ATM machine is at. Now, again, it came out of her mouth. The cop stopped in front of her. Now, any normal person would just go around the car, right? Any normal person, okay, a car in front of me, just stop, let me go around them. Now, I'm not going to imply that she was following the cop, but I've seen videos of her and Christopher driving around and driving behind cops, okay? Recording them doing, I don't know, they would turn around and say that the officer was driving too fast or he did something stupid. If you've been watching her videos, then you know what I'm talking about. But regardless of the fact that the officer stopped in front of the bank, and I'm going to take a good guess that somebody called up on that individual being in the ATM little area there of the bank. Now, you heard it come out of her mouth. She got out of her vehicle to confront the officer to find out why he stopped. Who the hell is she to approach a cop and want to ask the cop why he stopped? Again, any normal person would just go around the car, right? But not Regan. Oh, Regan feels that she is a taxpayer and she has every right to get out of her vehicle and approach this cop and ask him why he stopped at that particular location. She's got a lot of cojones, no? And apparently the cop, she didn't like the idea that the cop was telling her he don't know her. Get back in your vehicle. You know what I mean? And that's how shit started. Funny how she didn't record all that shit. Okay, well, the guy that she's with recorded it. But again, Regan, you could tell she implied that the police escalated all this shit. Now we're finding out the truth that it was her. It was her. You're driving behind a cop car. Cop stopped. Apparently, he was called to that bank because of the individual sleeping in that area there of the ATM. She's driving behind the cop. She gets out of her vehicle to find out from the cop why he stopped. Like it's her job, you know, like it's her business to know why he stopped. And now she gets pissed off that the cop was in her face telling her to get back in her damn vehicle. Who escalated who? Who escalated the situation here? Oh, let's get back into the video.
You can see Liz there. This was all because this homeless woman is in this bank lobby. The bank's closed. We're waiting for her. We're going to give her a ride over to emergency shelter that better be open as the cops throw her out here on the sidewalk. No resources, no nothing. Nothing. Liz is in jail. The Denver jail.
So it was a sergeant.
Yep, that was him.
Was him.
No, he's not a sergeant. He's a corporal. That fat little fucker. As this fucking sergeant, as this sergeant stands there with his back to it. Oh, man.
There was no reason for that at all.
They frickin' threw Liz into this bank wall. These downtown District 6 cops are incredibly frickin' dangerous, and especially on the weekends. So, Liz is hurt. We've got all her property.
So he just snatched her? No
Yeah,
fucking reason.
I don't know
No
why
reason.
he
Like,
did that to her.
It shows no reason at all.
This is unreal. So is this lady still over there smoking a cigarette?
I suppose she is. Do you want me to ask her if she wants to?
Yeah, and I need her to sit in the back.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So,
kind of wild around here. I didn't know.
yeah.
All right, so is it me or do you notice like she makes it sound like, wow, what a day we had? it kind of makes you think that she should kick herself in the ass for stopping behind that cop and want to escalate and ask the cop why he stopped, and then to come find out that the cop was there because of that individual that was in that ATM bank area, right? Now, mind you, in this video here, apparently she's waiting to give that female a ride, right? Now, do you notice the way she acted? She's asking the guy that she's with, apparently that's that female individual that's homeless, she's smoking a cigarette, and I could only imagine that Regan ain't going for that cigarette smoke in her vehicle, right? But now that you notice when she told the guy, yeah, go get her, and she's gonna have to sit in the back. I mean, she doesn't look happy about the ideal that she's got to stick a homeless person in the back of her vehicle to take her to some location, apparently like a shelter, whatever. Here's a person who is an advocate for homeless people. Does she look like really like enthusiastic about helping homeless people? It looks to me like she has a little bit of I don't know, like a little disdain. She seems to be like a little disdain for the homeless people. Like she's going to have to sit in the back. She's not that clean. She smells a little bit and so on. I don't know. It could be me, but that's what I'm getting off of the way she just acted.
So I cannot believe what just went down. I don't have any words right now. I'm just doing the stream. Yeah, she's split. There was that other dude that walked up to her was asking her if if she wanted to go with him. Did she walk off? She's not down the street? Because I gave her a blanket and some hand warmers. Well, I mean, shit. Alright, so now we're not taking her. We'll see if she shows back up. This is unreal, what went down. And this sergeant that was on this scene, what a fucking worthless bag of dicks. Did anybody watch that? Did you watch that live? They wouldn't tell us what they were charging her for. Yeah, Woody, and stood around and fucking laughed. And that little oinker that I said needed to get on the treadmill, he's the one that threw her into the wall. These fucking violent ass, weaselly fucking pigs. We had a very interesting day, y'all. It started out quite wild. If I told you how it all transpired today, it'd be one of those made-for-movie things.
Today was definitely a fucking movie day.
Yeah, it was. It was wild, but we're not happy with the ending because we were actually headed home, and this cop just stopped right here, and yeah, it went all downhill from there. So,
all right, so we all just heard it. Just came right out of her mouth. It clears up everything. It says it all. Apparently, she was on her way home. Her, Aurora Transparency, and whoever the hell that other guy is in the back seat there, right? They're on their way home. Now, apparently, they're behind the officer. Not intentionally, like I thought, okay? Again, I'm saying if you've watched her videos, I've seen 2 videos so far of her and Christopher driving behind cop cars and recording them, and then turn around and state that the officer was driving too fast or that he was driving erratically. Again, I say if you've watched her videos, then you know what videos I'm in reference to, okay? But again, apparently she just on her way home happened to be behind the cop car. The cop stopped in front of the bank. Apparently somebody called on that homeless person, either sleeping or hanging out inside that area where the ATM machine is at, okay? The cop is doing his job. And again, a normal person behind the cop, he stopped, let me go around him. Let me go around him. It wasn't like he was in the middle of the street. He was in the area where it looked like if you want to park your vehicle or whatever, you park right there alongside the sidewalk, okay? So again, I didn't see anything wrong. The cop stopped in front of you, go around him. You're on your way home, right? But no, not Regan. Not Regan. Regan's hatred for the police is so strong. Hey, she wants to push her authority. Let me screw with this cop before I go home. Gets out of her vehicle, confronts the officer. Why the hell are you stopping? I could imagine. You see the mouth that she has on her? I could imagine all the shit she was talking to this officer. Why the hell, matter of fact, why the F did you stop in front of me? I'm on my way home and you idiot, you stopped in front of me. Now, again, she states that the officer got in her face and was telling her to get back in her vehicle. Get the hell out of there. But again, Regan's hatred for police, she's not going to bow down, okay? And again, I'm going to say, the ideal that Aurora Transparency got arrested, that's her fault. That's her fault. If she would have went around the cop car, they would have all been home. Hey, it is what it is, okay? The cop stopped in front of her. She's still home. Aurora home. No, Aurora's locked up now. Well, not really, because again, I say she learned how to play the system. They probably took her to the hospital or whatever, okay? But let's look at the update that Silvio sent me. The update is done by The Frog. Again, I tell you guys, it's an up-and-coming channel. It's not up-and-coming. It's been out. The guy's been around for a while. This guy's very informative. The Frog. That's the name of his channel, The Frog. I keep forgetting to put a link, guys, and it's not. I don't do it intentionally. My head is going a bunch of places all at one time, but I'm going to try to remember to put the link to his channel in the description. Very informative channel. This guy gets the arrest on everybody. All right. So, again, I say this update is coming from The Frog. Let's check that out.
Well, we finally get to meet Aurora Transparency. Been waiting for this one for quite some time. But before we get into the power of PK and finding the facts, I thought I'd just blow my own trumpet for a second. As you can see, at 11:48 Greenwich Mean Time, or 6:48 EST, after having seen the video, I predicted the possibility of some kind of assault charge. Now, Regan Benson shot this video, so rather than have much of the screaming banshee, I just thought we'd see and zoom in on what is likely to have caused her arrest. Right, let's slow it down and watch that left arm. There's a definitive push at the officer, maybe at his hand, but that's when the officer reacts to go in to arrest her. Let's look at that swing again, but we'll follow it up. Once the officer moves in, there appears to be another swing there.
Ow! Hey! Whoa!
Back up. Back up.
I think it's quite clear that she wasn't arrested for filming. She was arrested for the initial swing of the arm, and the second swing possibly doesn't make it any better for her. Whatever delete laws may say, you can't do that. She now gets to enjoy the ride. But as I said at the start, this has enabled us to identify Aurora Transparency. Let's meet her. So we can confirm that Aurora Transparency is Elizabeth Marie Hydrios, 45 years old and 5 foot 2 inches. She was booked today, January 29th, and 2 offences: obstructing a peace officer and, surprise, surprise, harass, strike, shove, kick. Well done, Aurora Transparency. Thanks for watching.